Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? By the way, if this bleeps out for a minute, if the screen gets squirrely, don't worry. It's just YouTube's technology catching up to our genius. I know when we do these live videos, because we're live on YouTube. I love YouTube's technology, but it's still a little shaky. But it continues on. If the screen freezes, just keep listening. We will be back. Maybe 5-10 seconds. Anyway, think about this. I was thinking about this lately because you guys have asked the questions. I have the benefit of speaking directly to thousands and thousands and thousands of people every year. And every person I talk to has health and fitness questions, right? Cool. I'm going to go through these questions. Ask your questions as I'm talking, guys and girls. And at the end of this, I will go through, I will do my best to answer every single one. But we got to think about something and we want to talk about something. So you guys drive much of what we do, much of the content that we put out, and even the science that we study. We're always looking to solve your pain points. What are your problems? Where are your challenges? How can we help you? Well, most of the guys, and lately a lot of ladies, they want to build muscle. They want to build their bodies. They want to look good and get curvy. They want to feel better. They want to have consensual sex with a wide variety of willing partners. That's just the nature of the human experience. But all too often, you good-natured, hard-working, honest people get deluded into following the wrong program. You get deluded into buying supplements that just do not work. You get tricked into following these false gods of fitness that are simply trying to con you to purchase their next pill, powder, potion, or program. So what I'm trying to do here is give you guys all the tools you need to make decisions for yourself based upon the most available, honest, experienced, battle-tested, scientifically proven information. I am just a vessel to share with you exactly what the world's greatest athletes are doing and what the multi-millionaire Hollywood celebrities are doing to look as good as they do when they have to shed their clothes and stand on stage in a bikini or a bathing suit for millions of people to watch around the world. Those are our clients. Those are the people we work with. And I want to tell you how it gets done. So ponder this. This is the question. Many people think that they can gain muscle, but not train to get stronger. This is false. And this myth is perpetuated by the steroid-using community. And I'm not mad at them because they're not wrong. I know that the biggest arms I ever saw were at the Jersey Shore fitness shop in the early 90s. There was a man there who looked like a biker gorilla. He was beet red, likely because of all the PEDs he was doing and the high level of his off-the-chart blood pressure, no doubt. But he had arms that were as big as any man's legs. They were fucking massive. The only bicep exercise I ever saw him do in years, you'd walk into the gym, the money box was right there, then there'd be a hack squat machine, a preacher curl machine, a Smith squat, and there'd be a little dumbbell area. For like flies, because they wouldn't be super. It only went up to like 100-pound dumbbells. We had 150s and 180s in this gym in the other room, the hardcore room. This was more like the pump area. This gym was a fucking mess. It looked like a penitentiary, but it was awesome. Anyway, he would be in, because in the back corner of the room, there was a mirror facing this wall and a mirror facing this wall. So you'd be in that mirrored area. And if you stood kind of over in the triangle, you could see your whole body, like both sides at the same time. And he would stand there and do never, ever, ever, ever heavier than 25-pound dumbbells, usually 15-pound, slow and strict dumbbell curls. This motherfucker had the biggest arms I ever saw. Sometimes he would be dieted down and they would be shredded. And sometimes he would be in like permabulk stage and they'd be these fucking massive mountains. He was on so many fucking drugs. It was insane. Me and my stupid little high school buddies, we were like, wow, he's the biggest guy in the gym, biggest arms in the gym. We stood in front of the same mirror doing those stupid little bicep curls. Our arms looked like fucking shit. Never, ever, ever got bigger and even got smaller because we'd be taping them almost every single day. My arms didn't start to grow until I started training heavy, and that of all my training partners in my teens and my early 20s, and that of any other client we've ever worked with. That's just one anecdotal story that I experienced. But do you have to train for strength in order to build muscle? Yes, you must get stronger in order to build muscle. Guys and girls, ladies and men, young and old, athlete, weekend warrior, does not matter. A stronger muscle will become a bigger muscle. And there's a varied amount of reasons for this. One reason is the muscle's ability to store higher levels of glycogen, to which I look at a Flex Wheeler type of physique, a Phil Heath type of physique, a bodybuilder's physique. A bodybuilder's physique, drug-free or drug-induced, doesn't matter. They look like somebody has blown their body up into these round balloons. That is a very specific type of muscular hypertrophy. That is a state with which the muscle itself increases its ability to store glycogen. That adds a rounder muscle. Now, that muscle will only have the signal be stimulated to store more glycogen based upon an ever-increasing demand. Progressive overload. Now, you can be training at a higher rep range in order to induce muscular hypertrophy. For sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, essentially is what it's called. And then there's myofibrillar hypertrophy, which I'll talk about in a second. But this, and I like to say bodybuilder or powerlifter, strength athlete, because you can visualize when I say sarcoplasmic or myofibrillar, you're like, what does that fucking mean? I don't know what that means, Dolce, shut up. So picture Flex Wheeler. If you don't know Flex Wheeler, Google Flex Wheeler. His body is exactly what I'm talking about. It's perfect, completely blown up. It's the ability to store glycogen based upon the body's need to express that stored glycogen site-specific as glucose, because you've continually, progressively overloaded that muscle, typically in the rep range of, let's say, 8 to 12, maybe as high as 15, depending on the individual physique type. And there's some individual variability. Based upon, maybe 15s work a little better for you, maybe 8 to 10s work a little better for this other person, but right in that 8 to 12 range is ideal. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. We also have myofibrillar hypertrophy. That is when you look at a strength athlete, even a combat athlete. You look at like a Branch Warren type of physique, who is a bodybuilder. Or a Dorian Yates even, who is a bodybuilder. So they kind of like walk that line. But it's like a Mariusz Pudzianowski type of physique. It is this hard, ripped, tight, grainy, compact, like fucking steel cable muscle fibers. They're not blown up and look like these big, beautiful round balloons. They're these just really dense, thick, dense muscle fibers. That happens typically in the 3 to 6 rep range, ideally in that 3 to 6 rep range where the weights have to be higher. We're talking, 80, 90% of 1 rep max. But if you're training at that 8 to 12 rep range, then you're in that 60 to 80% of 1 rep max. Now, the key, the unifying principle here is that you have to be training to get stronger at both of these rep ranges. You can't just go in and squat 500 pounds week after week after week after week after week and assume to grow more muscle tissue. You're not sending the appropriate signal. You can't go in and do bicep curls with 135 pounds like some of these monsters can and expect to get bigger, because you need to progressively overload that muscle. You get to 135 for a set of 12. And I know athletes, I used to be one, but I never looked like them because I don't have the genetics or the training mentality to be in that rep range. I digress. But I know athletes who would do curls, sets of 12 with 135. And their arms would fucking look great. But if they wanted their arms to get bigger, they would have to add weight. 155, 175, 185, some over 200 pounds. Then the arms would get bigger. Otherwise, you just become, you're refining the muscle that's already there, right? So if we want to get bigger muscles, guys and girls, you must get stronger. Now, what's beautiful about this, it works extremely well for drug-assisted athletes and drug-free athletes. The lightweight, not getting any stronger, kind of pumping and posing mentality that many bodybuilders use only works for drug-induced athletes. It only works for drug-induced athletes. And that might even be a better way to train for them, simply because they're not risking the amount of injury they might be subjected to, because the PEDs allow them to get unnaturally strong, to the point that they can and most likely will hurt themselves, tear their connective tissue, their ligaments, their tendons. You hear of all sorts of tears and problems, muscle tears, pec tears, bi tears, quad tears, simply because the drugs allow them to use heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier weight without a natural regulator to slow that progress. So a lot of the bodybuilders, they get to a certain size and then they go down to the pumping style of training, simply to not get hurt and to refine the artistic expression of their physique. Moral of this story, guys and girls, you must get stronger. You must get stronger. That's why we at the Dolce Diet and Fitness, we talk about training only until technical breakdown, not complete muscular failure. And some people will argue, and we can have a good debate, and there's a point to be made on both sides. But let me be clear, and I think you'll agree with what I say. We train our clients, we train our athletes as intensely as possible, but only to the point of technical breakdown. Technical breakdown, that's when we stop the set. That's what we deem to be failure. Some athletes will train past technical breakdown. They'll employ certain overload systems of forced reps or partial reps or swinging and cheat form. Those are the athletes that tend to injure themselves. Our concept is to keep you healthy so you can show up tomorrow and train again, and show up the next day and train again. We are not training injured athletes. We're not taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We want to every day take 1 step forward. Training through technical breakdown, not total muscular failure, is a much more intelligent, sophisticated, and scientific way to train, while also increasing your percentage of progress. Because the more you're in the gym training intelligently on a properly constructed, periodized program, the more your gains will be curated. You are not at the risk of taking 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months off due to shoulder strain, elbow strain, overuse injury, tweaked back, rolled hip, torn MCL, torn quad, like all these things come in. When athletes go too heavy with poor form, that's where they get hurt. Even if they get through 1, 2, 10 workouts of cheating, eventually, my shoulder just doesn't feel right. My elbows, God, I got to warm my elbows up for like a half hour. They hurt like fuck. These are the things that we try and avoid. So think, we train to get as strong as possible every single workout with biomechanically correct form, always. And we only train until the point of technical breakdown. Once we hit that rep that we start to misgroove, we shut the set down and we are done. Racket, move on. Job done. You've already stimulated growth. I hope that helps. Let me run through, answer some questions before I have to jump out. Luca Z, Uncle Mike in the house. That's right, Luca. Tyler Rose. What's up, Tyler? Good to see you. Millie is down 17 pounds on the DolceDiet.com's 3 weeks to shredded online program. Boom. Only to start with this program. Millie is just getting started and down 17 pounds already on the DolceDiet.com's online personalized diet and exercise program. 3 weeks to shredded is the name. Get started. You guys and girls, you'll see, I'm sure you'll see more people come through here. The most effective, the most successful, the most trusted weight loss program amongst the world's greatest athletes you have access to right now at thedolcediet.com. So Cal Seth says, Dolce, how are you? Seth, I'm doing great, my man. If life were any better, there would be 10 of me. Life is so good. Roman Graham, Mike, what's up, Roman? Roman, what is up, my man? Life is good once again. Millie, by the way, other than lower body fat percentage, any other tips to get abs showing? We can play with water intake if you're following 3 weeks to shredded. You'll notice the last 10 days, 5 days, 3 days, day before, we do play with your electrolytes and your fluid intake, and you will see your body dry out. Those last 3 days of 3 weeks to shredded, day 18 to 21, are fucking awesome to peak you out. You might even see veins running through your abs, which is cool as shit. But really, it's edema, it's water weight, it's inflammation. So it's some of these things I love. And here's a good one. A lot of people don't even understand this. What I like to do with all of our athletes and clients, take a 30-minute lukewarm, comfortable bath where you're just laying there completely comfortable, and you're just sweating for 30 minutes or so. Netflix and chill all by yourself. Pull the plug after sweating for 20 or 30 minutes, drinking purified water the whole time or a nice chamomile tea, getting ready for bed. Pull the plug, let all the water disappear, let this keep sweating until the sweat stops, and then stand up and turn on a hot shower. Count to 10 and make it a little colder, 10, a little colder, a little colder, a little colder, until you're standing in the coldest possible shower. And if you just do in 10-second intervals, it's actually not that bad. Once you're at that ice cold shower, take 5 minutes in the cold shower. And what this does, this helps your body reduce inflammation. So part of the issue is most of us have chronic inflammation that can be seen subcutaneously between the muscle, the fat, and the skin. That blurs out some of that definition. This is a great, easy, healthy tip. Lisa and Bobby, my main goal is to get stronger. Exactly what I said towards the end of that video about training till technical breakdown. That's it. Alex A., I'm on day 2 of 3 weeks to shredded and down 1.5 pounds. Boom. 3 weeks to shredded was created to lose 21 pounds in 21 days based upon the needs of our professional athletes getting ready for weight class dominated sports. Now, 21 pounds was the goal, and many of our athletes, that is the expectation. Individual results may vary based upon what your starting point is, how aggressive you want to be, and really how much weight you want to lose. Some people only need to lose 8, 9, 10 pounds, and they look fucking awesome. Some people need to lose like 50, 80 pounds. Get the first 20 pounds off in those 3 weeks and continue on. It's the Jumpstart program of our 12-week Living Lean bundle. Again, thedolcediet.com. Just if you're looking for a nutrition plan, guys and girls, that fucking works. You want to have it tailored directly to you, personalized to you, go to thedolcediet.com and start now. If you don't like it, we give you 100% money back. Guarantee. My name is on it. I'm right here. You can get at me any day. You can troll me and talk shit. You get your money back. If that were the case, people would be trolling us right now. It's not the case. And I'm happy to show the data. That's what we do. Never, ever, ever will we hold your cash. We want you to get in shape. There's nothing to lose other than weight. What did you think of CM Punk's performance? Man, I think he's fought tough. You know, a lot of people bagging on CM Punk, but the dude got in there, man. He laid it down. He took a beating at the hands of Mike Jackson. He took a fucking beating in front of millions of people. You got to give the dude credit. I've been in there, man. I've taken my beatings and I've handed out a couple beatings. Never at that level, not on a UFC pay-per-view. I got on The Ultimate Fighter. I won my first by knockout, and I got choked the fuck out in my second fight. It is what it is, you know. So CM Punk, he went out there, man. He didn't quit. Good for him. He needs an applause, but he didn't deserve to be in the UFC. That's what that wasn't fair. He didn't deserve to be at that level. And if he started at a lower local regional level, fuck, maybe he would have had 4, 5, 8 wins, 8 fights under his belt before using his name to get in the UFC. I don't say anything bad about him. He did his thing, man. Kirsten Calloway, boom. What's up, Kirsten? Good to see you, young lady. Joey. Hey, Mike, Richard Incognito said ShroomTech made him cuckoo. Do you support the on-it nootropics like Alpha Brain, etc.? Are those DOLCE approved? So, Joey, I read this story. I don't know. I haven't seen the science behind it. I know Onnit is a great company. They do such a good job. I've never, ever seen any scientific data that shows even a shred of a link between a ShroomTech Sport, which is a cordyceps mushroom base, I believe, and going batshit crazy. Now, if you're already batshit crazy and you take an Advil or a ShroomTech or an exogenous ketone while you're going batshit crazy, can you blame that product? I don't know. So I think, you know, the official answer is I have no answer, simply because I don't know enough about the case. Did they do a toxicology or submit a toxicology report for us to look into? Was he on anything else? I don't know. Does he have a pre-existing mental condition? I don't know any of that. Joey, wait, hold on. Roman, yeah, dude, I get sick of these athletes promoting supplements and know they don't use them, and that pisses me off. I did a supplement rant a while ago. Most of these athletes, and I know most of these athletes, they talk about, oh, this program, thank you so much for this product. It made me everything I am. And then you look back 3 months, they were sponsored by a different supplement company saying, thank you for this product. It made me everything I am. You look back 3 months, they were sponsored by a different supplement company. Thank you for this product. It made me everything I am. But then you look at their body looks exactly the same. Every 3 months, their body looks no different, but they've used 3 different products that they claim was responsible for their body. That pisses me off. That pisses me off because that's bullshit. So the average person, you guys should know that's bullshit. And if you buy it anyway, well, you know, kind of shame on you there. Joey, I'll be honest, I'm having pre-workout withdrawals, but feeling good energy through the route. So Joey is following the DolceDiet.com's online weight loss program. We do not tell you to take pills, powders, or potions. There are no supplements being pushed on you. It's just real food. We have you get off all of your pre-workout, all of your post-workout, all of your intra-workout, all of your late-night secretagogues, and any other bullshit you're probably taking. The only recommendation, and it's a suggestion that we offer for some people at certain points of their program, would be a cold process, cross-flow, microfiltered whey protein isolate, and that is simply to ensure you are getting enough total protein, essentially amino acids, at lower total caloric intake. So instead of having the wild-caught salmon or the grass-fed steak or the 3 eggs, we might pull one of those meals from time to time to take the fat content out, but ensure you're still getting that amino acid strain because we're trying to lean out. And I believe that's only even on the 3 weeks to shredded program, not even on the 8-week living lean program. And again, that is a suggestion because we also give you another whole food suggestion right next to it. That being said, no supplements needed, guys and girls. You're eating real food 6 times per day, and you're eating carbs and getting shredded in the process. The keto guys will call it fake news, though. Your thoughts on MuscleForm? They're everywhere in the BJJ community. MuscleForm does a great job at marketing. That's what I have to say. I'm not bashing MuscleForm, but I wouldn't endorse the majority of their products from what I've read. Read the ingredients. If there's sucralose on there, I'm not behind it. If there's synthetic chemicals on there, I'm not behind it. No health company, no sports company should ever push synthetic chemicals onto their athletes or onto their base. I say that again about every company, which is one of the reasons Onnit is the only company that we currently endorse as a supplement manufacturer, because they have no synthetic ingredients. And we will not offer the Dolce approved logo to any company, even Onnit, that does not have that has any synthetics. No synthetics, non-GMO, completely natural, naturally sourced, and it costs a little more money, but we want companies that spend a little bit more money to create their products because it's healthier for you guys. What up, Dolce? I'm on 3 weeks to shredded and killing it. Fuck yeah, Anthony. How do you feel about using CBD oil after workouts to reduce inflammation? Thanks in advance. Anthony, I love it. I appreciate you being on 3 weeks to shredded. You're fucking killing it. I want to see those results. I want to see those weekly photos. Everybody, you got to get on board. Now, using CBD oil, I have to say you must consume this under your doctor's care and doctor supervision. I've taken CBD before on and off. I live in Nevada. It's a recreational, legal THC CBD state, right? I don't know the laws of where you live, and that's something that's a big deal these days. If it is legal where you are, and if your doctor says it's a good thing for you, I would be interested to hear. Now, I've tried CBD a few times for inflammation. Me personally, I didn't notice a difference. I didn't notice a difference. I didn't feel any worse. I didn't feel noticeably better. Now, maybe it's because my expectations were too high because I was dealing with a pretty serious hip issue at that time. Serious damage, serious injury. I didn't notice a big difference. Maybe other people did, but maybe I'm just not a good responder. I usually always I look at I take 5 grams of creatine, I wake up 3 pounds heavier the next day. If I'm on creatine for 21 days, I'll put on 8 to 12 pounds of fucking yoked muscle and see my lifts go up 2 or 3 reps. I have friends and clients with much better physical genetics than I do. They'll take fucking 5, 10, 15 grams of creatine a day for months and not see a single fucking change. And then some people they feel a little, they go up maybe a rep or so, they put on a couple pounds over, a 3-week creatine cycle. That being said, tough to say. I'd love to hear your results though. Jace, Jace, I just lost you. Wow, a lot of questions here. I'm going to do my best to answer them all. I got to go soon. Less than a month for the DDC, and I'm fired up. Is it true that this will be the best DDC yet and only a fool would miss it? Yes, the next DDC, the next Dolce Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference is in Las Vegas, July 6th, 7th, and 8th. You must get there. If you want to come and spend 3 days with myself and my team and a list of guest speakers, and be sitting side by side with some of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet who fly in from around the world, you need to go to dolcedietshop.com right now and click Get Certified. Click that button, Get Certified. Use my promo code VegasDDC and you will save $150 off the retail price right now. Right now, dolcedietshop.com to get out. I think we have 10 spots left this morning. We have 8 spots left right now. Get your ass out here July 6th, 7th, and 8th during International Fight Week. There is so much cool shit going on in Las Vegas. Outside of hanging out with me and my fucking team, I buy you lunch. I hook you up with coffee. There's so much cool shit that I do for you guys, that we do for you guys while you are in town. But get out. Just do it now, though. Do it now. Get out there, Jace. I can't wait to see you, man. We're going to have a fucking blast. Seth, Richard, Incognito has had a long history. Okay, if ShroomTech saw that. Carlos Ruiz, Mark, currently doing Living Lean. I noticed that the food swaps are available only with the protein section. Is there a reason food swaps are not available in carbs and fat section? Always thank you. Carlos, on those issues, click contact and ask us a question to support. We will get you the specific answer. So what we've seen in the food swaps, basically for those that want to go plant-based, like protein, plant-based proteins or animal-based proteins, the carbohydrate swaps are a little different because we're trying to lose weight. And some people, we had it available at one point. They were making the wrong swaps. They were overeating simply because, half a cup of white rice is not the same as half a cup of quinoa. And people were making the wrong decisions. I think they intentionally knew about it. So what we do is we say, just contact us and my team of registered dietitians will let you know the best swap. What's better than that? You actually have access to my team of registered dietitians, certified trainers, customer support, tech support, all available. Just click that contact button. Carlos says, breakfast bowl's the bomb. Hell yeah. Viewing. Awesome. Found the stream again. There we go. Eddie Gonzalez, any good BCAAs? No, just take a cold process, cross-flow, microfiltered whey protein isolate. No additional ingredients needed. Why is that? Because BCAAs are only 3 specific amino acids, 3 of the 9 essential amino acids, and only 3 of the 20 plus total, 2021 total amino acids. Right? Take a cross-flow, microfiltered, cold processed whey protein isolate. You have all of your BCAAs in proportion to the other 17 or so amino acids, because it's not just the 3 BCAAs that matter, it's the interplay of the other aminos. That's where the true progress comes. And the supplement companies won't say that. Werber, hey, Mike, good to see you, sir. How many minutes of cardio do you recommend? I have 3 weeks to shred it. Thanks. We recommend anywhere between 30 and 90, but we like that 45 to 60-minute range of LIST, low-intensity, steady-state cardiovascular activity. That is ideal. 45 to 60 minutes while fasted has shown to preferentially improve gender-specific stubborn body fat loss. That's why we go to it. Kirsten, so my boyfriend and I have similar exercise plans, but I'm too quad dominant and want to focus more on my hammies and glutes. Is it okay to substitute deadlift exercises for some of the squat exercises? Kirsten, 100%. That's why we have the exercise database available for you. Over 200 additional exercises you can plug in place inside your system. So there's an exercise for some reason you can't perform. You don't have a barbell or dumbbell or kettlebell or band or bag or whatever, or maybe you just don't like the movement. It doesn't fit you mechanically. Go to the leg section, the lower body section, and pick out the exercise that you want more. I'm very quad dominant, very quad dominant. I've been hammering my hamstrings, hammering my glutes lately. I do the exact same thing. So good. I love the way you're thinking, Kirsten. Kirsten is following our online program, guys and girls, at thedolcediet.com. Also, so is her boyfriend, crushing it. What do you think of athlean-x supplements? Luke, I haven't looked at them. I need to do a deeper dive. I literally have not looked once at them, so I need to understand better. But Jeff is a smart guy. I'd be surprised if Jeff has any bullshit chemicals in there. I don't think that he does. Jason, going to train BJ Day and run circles around the guys thanks to the Dolce diet. Hell yeah, Jason, crush them. Viewing CM Punk would have done better probably if he started to train MMA earlier in life. He started way too late. I agree. And you got to give him credit, man. He did it. Kyle, hey, Mike, can you release these as podcasts? I often can't sit down and watch these as much as I'd like. I will work on that. That's my fault because I probably could be doing that simultaneously right now, multitasking. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why, hon? Papa D, I'm 40 and noticed since my diet is clean, my hormones seem to have leveled out. No more spikes in mood and emotion. Thanks. That's exactly what happens. We are a lifestyle program. We are a longevity-based company. Once you get your diet in order, eating real foods, once you get your sleep in order, 7.5 to 9 hours per night, once you get your stress management in order, pushing away all the nonsense that means fucking nothing, and once you get an intelligent, periodized exercise program in order, everything in life is better. Once you start goal setting and keeping yourself accountable to those goals, everything in life is better. Once you start becoming mindful of your decisions and intentional in your action, everything in life is better, including your hormone levels. Now, if you're doing what we strongly suggest, getting your blood work done every 3 months, you will likely see improvement working alongside your doctor. That's what we talk about. We are a longevity company here. It just so happens when you follow our advice, you look awesome fucking immediately. You perform at high levels immediately. Your thoughts on halal food? I think it's very good. Now, I don't follow a halal diet, and we don't have many clients, though we've had a few who follow that meal plan. I can't give an in-depth response simply because I'd be making shit up, and I can't do that for you guys. So if you had a specific question about a specific food, I or one of our dietitians would be happy to answer in detail. But halal is essentially, it's a religious-based eating program. Am I correct? Give me a little more context. I know there's the preparation, the raising and preparation and serving of certain types of foods has restrictions. So just you can give me more information. I'd love to learn. B1, man, when I saw you at UFC 25 weigh-in, I felt happy and said to myself, that's my man, Mike. He speaks with us through his channel. You are the man, Mike. That's what it's about. Right, so Friday I'm on stage with Mirsad Bektik, the number 7 featherweight in the world. I'm one of the biggest UFC cards in Chicago, which is amazing. And I'm here talking to you guys just as I talk to Mirsad. I mean, I'm a coach. I'm here to coach you guys. I mean, take it or leave it, accept it if you want, or maybe just kind of, use this information as just some friendly advice or little notes, footnotes in your day. I'm here to share as much information with you guys as possible to help you get to where you want to go. That's what I'm here. And I openly share this with you guys, 100%. A lot of people and troll and say all the mean, nasty things they want to say about myself and my team, but you cannot change that we are here to help you every single day when they are not. 100% of the time, we are devoted to helping you guys the best that we can. That's what we do. That's why we do it. Joey, thanks, Mike, for answering my question. You got it, Joey. Harry, is it possible to get stronger without gaining size and bulk? Yes, it is. That's where biomechanic movement matters. So there's neuromuscular priming that actually will increase strength. If you continuously use heavier weights, though, you likely can't stop the growth of muscle tissue. You can retard the growth of muscle tissue through, low total caloric intake, but we would not suggest that. We work with some athletes who try not to outgrow their weight class, but it's very difficult. I would not suggest that. Let your body naturally grow to where it will grow. Okay. What is the effective cycle of creatine for 3 weeks? For me, I like 5 grams a day, every single day, post-workout for 3 weeks. That's my system. Some athletes will go just a little bit higher if they're kind of like neutral responders. And what we'll do is we'll do like 5 grams in the morning with breakfast and then 5 grams post-workout for the tomorrow. Boom,